Hold on, I need to fix it. This thing right here is sticking out. I got this tripod from Walmart, and I need a new one because it doesn't really hold that well anymore. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. A whole new world. Hey, I don't know why that song's in my head. I must have heard it like on TikTok or something. Whoa. My ghost is sad. He's over here in the corner, wondering when someone's gonna send in some stories. He was on the wall, but I took him off because he's sad. Oh, I have some pickles and Kool-Aid. Well, I have a pickle. For some reason, these pickles have been weird. Like they've been like rubbery. I don't know how to explain it. They seem like they're not ready whenever they're going to packaging or whatever. Because the last few ones felt rubbery, like not crunchy. They're usually crunchy. And so I have learned, and they weren't salty. I like them salty. I've learned that when the pickles are like that, to take a bite and then leave the top open and just let it sit. And it sits for like a day or two and it ferments even more. And whoo, I'm gonna try it right now. Oh, my mouth is. I've been craving pickles and Kool-Aid, and I want to bead here, but I wanted to get a bite in. Oh, Kool feels kind of rubbery. Mmm, it's salty though. It's salty now. Oh, so good. I could eat them. My favorite is tropical punch. I try not to make a mess because it gets all over your hands, but I am going to. Yeah, it's kind of hard not to. Oh, I couldn't get all of it. That's good. One more, and I'll give the rest to Juice. Juice is coming back here in a little bit. Woo! Okay. That's enough for me. I'm good. I'm good with that much. I'm using my old phone. I feel like my old phone, the camera quality is way better than my newer phone. Well, it's kind of like this, the pros and cons. So my new phone, the quality is better. Like the stabilization is better. The quality in general, like from here to the wall, is better. Distance wise, it's giving Apple, and I don't like it. I hate it. Because with this phone, I was able to zoom all the way over there and get a um, decent quality still, and it wasn't pixelated. So that's the only thing. I miss my old phone. It's just the camera. The one of the lenses is cracked, so I wouldn't be able to film at nighttime, and the operating system is really old. It kept shutting down, and it would give me problems when I would try to put videos up here on YouTube and on TikTok. So, but the camera is there. I think I just need to really, I just need to get a good flagship phone. Not, I've always been a mid-range girly. Oh hell no, I've always been in the mid-range, and I think I just need to get a good flagship phone, the higher end ones, because this one it's okay. It does what it needs to. But as far as going live, I don't like the way my new one looks. It looks washed out, like old. Like the color, it looks washed out. Everything looks yellowy, like really old. I don't know how to explain it. So that's why I'm using my old one right now to go live. Good thing I kept it. Good thing I kept it. But hold on, somebody messaged me. I am taking orders for camp dresses, ribbon shirts, any size, Masani skirts, ribbon skirts, ribbon shirts. So I had a couple of people message me, and someone message, my girls are small, 5'3", 5'5". I'm trying to figure out how I'd want them, and yes, understand about the labor. Oh. Oh. I don't know. Kept. Oh, there's a alarm set on here. Ah, get off. Janelle, good afternoon. Paula, good afternoon. Life of George. Hi, George. So camp dresses are, for me, they're not hard. They're time consuming, and to me, they're kind of. I feel like they don't get the recognition they deserve. They're very labor wise. They're very time consuming, and it seems like people don't appreciate that. They want a full blown camp dress for $60, $70, $80, and I'm just like, do you know how many hours this took me to do? So I don't normally like to do camp dresses because of that. But I want to do more. It's just I feel like it's hard because um I just feel like it's hard to sell them because everybody wants the cheaper price, you know. Oh, you guys, you know what happened? Let me put you guys down here now. Hold on. How did I used to do this? Okay. And then like that. Okay. Had to figure it out. Let me put you guys this way. So if you guys don't watch my TikTok, I put a story on there recently. Hi Paula, hi Life with George. I put a story on there recently and it was crazy. I had a very crazy weekend. But look I got a tool. I crunched something. I don't know what. It was a bead. Probably shouldn't have put that in there with all the beads. But look, I got a tool now. I made my first fringe earrings. And I'm still learning how to do them. And shout out to Val. She's from San Carlos. She goes by Val's Beautiful Beadwork. She's on what is she on? She's on TikTok, and I know she's on Instagram, and I definitely know she's on Facebook. But her videos is where I've been learning. She like teaches, and I've been wanting to learn. I just finally took the time to, and it's pretty cool. I was gonna use these right here. I didn't know what colors to use with these bugle beads right here. So that. I was fixing Juice's glasses. Juice's glasses broke yesterday. Him and Keanu were playing rough, and his glasses broke, and I was trying to MacGyver them. But I was able to fix them. And this tool came in handy. I was like, man, I should have made a TikTok video. So what had happened was that the side of his glasses, one of them broke off. And so I learned that if your glasses ever break like that and the lenses are still good, I learned to go to Dollar Tree and you get sunglasses, you measure them up with your lenses, and whatever one fits, you pop those ones out, and then you pop the prescription lenses into the sunglass lenses, and you're able to save your glasses. So we went to Dollar Tree yesterday and we were trying to find one that fits his, but his lenses were like a weird shape. We could not find one. So I was almost about to shave them down using a file, like a nail file, so it can fit the frame. But I didn't want to do that because I was like, man, what if I mess up? So I was thinking and thinking, and then I was like, hey, I looked at his glasses again, and this side was completely broken off. So what I did was I kept this part, the front part of his glasses, and I took the two sides off, and then I took the two sides off of that new pair we got from Dollar Tree, and I put it on here. And then my stupid self lost one of the little small screws. So then I used this and I put it in there, and then I used this clamper thingy and I made another hole, and then I used my pliers and then I smashed it down. So Juice was able to go to school. He's blind. He needs his glasses. And tomorrow is their appointment, so I was like, man. But we gotta do what we gotta do, you know? Okay, let me see. I seen your work. I want to say great job. Keep it up. Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out what to use with this. Yes, very innovative. I was I was like, dang, good thing I had this tool. I would have figured it out, but it just made it so much easier. I was all happy. Okay, I'm thinking red, black, and white. I don't know. I wanted to use these right here. I don't know. And shout out to Belinda who sent these. You've inspired me to start beading again. I kind of don't want to do that. Let me see. Hold on. I might just finish these right here. So we got a package in the mail. It was mainly for Juice, but she did send some stuff that I could use. And look at, there's some cabs in here. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? There's that. There's two pairs of these. And then there's like a coral one. Look at this butterfly one. And then there's the hummingbirds. And then there's some turquoise ones. So I might do those. What else is she selling? Got a lot of stuff in here. I couldn't find the other size to this one. Look at this. I couldn't find the other side, but I definitely found these ones in there. Bluebird. So I'm kind of thinking I should do some flat stitch ones. I think I will. And then these were in her her goodie package. This was in there. She had like a whole little kit that came with the findings. Yeah, I organized everything. And then Juice took all the other stuff, like the other beads for his projects. So I'm gonna put these away. Long red beads. Anybody know where I can find them? A site of like these ones right here? Yep. I don't know. I would ask. I would assume they're called. I think they're called bugle beads. I would assume anybody who sells earrings would have them. I've never purchased them. I did go to I did go to Shush. It's a shop here local to the Phoenix area. I did go there to purchase my bugle beads. So you might want to see if they have a website, but I'm pretty sure like other places like Powwow Bling or um anybody that sells beads, I'm pretty sure they have them. Okay, which one should I do? Gosh, I don't know. Where do I start? This is the hard part. I'm kind of looking at these butterfly ones, but I think I'll start from the bottom just because I don't want to ruin anything. So that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I don't want to cut too short on anything, so I'm gonna start with the turquoise ones. Oh, what do I start with? Hmm. So hard. Hi, Elizabeth. These are like one of a kind. I don't even have nothing like this, and I don't want to ruin it. Like I want them to look pretty. So let me put these aside. And let me see what I have here. I have these little guys ready. Hummingbird is nice. I wonder if I should do these little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I do have my little stosh here. I kind of want to do like one of these. I need you guys to take a vote. This is the hardest part for me is trying to figure out which one to do. But I'm gonna put a vote up. You guys vote because I really need to know. Okay, there's one ASI building. Your opinion. So let's do a poll. What kind of earrings do you prefer? Do you like big? And I'm talking about flat stitch. Do you like big anti earrings? Or do you like small earrings? So I put a poll up. You guys let me know. And that will determine what I'm going to make next. We'll do it like that. I was working on my calendar. I was working on my finances. Oh my God. I was busy. I had a rough weekend too. Oh my gosh. I had a rough weekend. A rough weekend. So far we only have small earrings. So you guys that are watching, go vote. You can choose. I'm trying to figure out what to make. To me personally, I've noticed that, and it could be different from every single person that makes earrings. But for me personally, I have noticed that people like smaller earrings. So that's why I started making little ones like this, you know. Um, but then I've seen other people make bigger earrings. Like to me, these are bigger. These will be bigger. These are gonna be bigger. Like these are gonna be bigger. So if you add like 2 or 3 lines, they're gonna be about that wide and then that tall. So it would be these are gonna be bigger. It's a given. And then these ones too, if you add 2, 3, 4 rows, it's probably gonna be like that. So I've noticed that other people can make earrings like these and do good. For me, it seems like people like smaller earrings. So that's why I'm asking you guys what is what is your preference? Because I kind of want to make something smaller. I do want to like cut down on all of these right here. Like these right here will be bigger. Oh, I forgot I had these. I kind of want to make these right here just to make them. Someone was asking about these. I still have them if you still want them. They messaged me. I can't remember whom, but they said they like chicken and they're saying they wanted it. But I don't think I was beating at the time or I didn't have time. I can't remember. So let me know. You know who you are. Let me know if you want it or if anybody in here wants it. Let me know. A lot of these were gifted to me. And then Arrowhead Rain and Beadwork and Supplies. She's from San Carlos. She sells cabs and stuff too. I believe she's on Instagram. I don't know about a website. I kind of wanted to make these. Or, I don't know, I need inspiration. I'm kind of gravitating toward this black one. Hi, Angela. And I'll use the end of this. How are you today? I'm doing okay. Trying to pick up the beading again. This person must have been a pro. This felt is real flimsy. Only the pros know how to use the real thin felt. What are you up to, Angela? Juice is supposed to come back any minute. Oh, yeah, any minute. I'm watching you do your work. Where are you at? Are you at home or working? I don't like this glue. It's real. I got this from Hobby Lobby and it's real like jelly. Kind of like seems like it's dried out. I don't know. Unless it's just the bad batch I got. I don't know. I don't like it though. I might need a new one. Oh, today's your day off. Nice. I'm thinking I might need a new one. I don't know if there's like a hole in here or it's really like thick. Can I even see that? I need like a silver marker. Do I have any? I'm making spaghetti. Rare treat for us. I have fringe earrings that I made. I only have 3 pairs. I miss your lives. Do you have any new earrings for sale? So let me show you what this was my first ever pair right here. So this is my first pair that I made. It has like a sapphire color with these are like AB beads. They have like a different sheened like they're kind of like rainbow colored when you I don't know how to explain it. But it's blue. It's blue still. I have those right there. This was my first pair I ever made. I'm still trying to I feel like it just I don't know. They look easy, but it's they're a little time consuming. Maybe I'll get quicker with time. This is the second one I made. And these ones aren't closed at the end. Um, this one has like a shiny silver color, and then it has a magenta color. Um, so I have those ones. And then I made this one yesterday. I'm just trying to like figure out color combos, I guess. So I have these. And I've only started with 3 strands. I'm gonna I wanna do the ones that connect, that have the little loops. But I've been watching Val from San Carlos. She she's a good teacher. So I do have these 3. And then I'm gonna do this one right now. Where is my white? And that. I'm missing a white. I might need this. What the heck did I do with my... I will need that. I'm missing a white tube that goes like this. That's weird. I don't know where I put it. Strange. Okay. I'm gonna have to. I don't know which ones they were. I think they were these. I'm so fancy. You already know. Come on, Juice. Where you at, Juice? There he is. Oh no. What kind of mood is he gonna be in? What kind of mood is this boy going to be in? Oh no.
You done yet?
I mean, hi. No. They're hot.
I still have $15.
Oh, I saved it for you.
How the rest?
Eat half and save some for Keanu.
I want the rest.
You spotted out that pickle. I'm so fancy.
I'm gonna have the rest. Okay?
You already know.
Okay? I'm gonna have the rest.
Go ahead.
Okay. Juicy.
Juice is hungry, he said.
There's a desk outside.
Really?
And Papa said that if I wanted to.
No, Dad, Papa sure always gets all kind of junk.
Right here, look.
No.
It's all small. Yep. I'm gonna get. I'll put it in the room. Put it right beside you.
I don't know where the hell my dad gets all his junk at.
I'll put my desk right here beside you.
No.
Yeah. I'll put it right there.
Where? No. Don't get no desk. Because our place is too small. We don't need nothing else. We need to get rid of stuff.
You get things.
Like what? Well, this is for my business. That's how we survive. Sorry. I really don't know where my dad gets all his crap at. G said there's a desk outside. You already know. Do, 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 do. Oh, so fancy. Not you go. Trash your hotel. Let's get drunk on the mini bar. Please let me have a small yellow. Are these the same? I might use that one. What? Not too close. Who that? Who that? That do that? Do that? We were doing bookkeeping today, me and Capybara. We were crunching the numbers, paying bills.
I'll eat that.
Try not to go in debt. Pretty much, you know. Juice always makes me watch his capybara every day. When he comes back, he says, "What did you and Capybara do today?" Huh? Trust yourself. Let's get drunk to the minute. I found one. A marker. A white one. I want it to be wet. See? Let me know if anybody wants one of these fringes. Okay, I think I'm going to have to use. I'll use white. Should I use white? I might have to use the black. I think those are Keanu's. Sip, 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 sip.
I will vocabulary test on Wednesday.
Vocabulary?
Vocabulary.
Isn't that where you have to know how to spell the words? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Tell me.
I don't know.
Jeez.
She just said vocabulary test. Like,
Well, don't talk to me if I get on your nerves. Don't take your school drama out on me. I don't know, you always come home all mad.
Dad said it again.
Said what?
Gotta.
You said that at school?
Again.
And what happened? Who heard you? Is that low key being weird? Why are y'all scared to say that?
Like, I mean, like, I'm thinking of you.
Oh. You think of me when you're at school? Because I'm your best friend or what? Let me know when you make a red and yellow one. I was gonna make one yesterday. Remember, Juice, those long ones? I was gonna make a yellow one and a red one. But I was like, no. I'm not used to those colors, that's why. And I'm like, trash the hotel. Let's get drunk on a mini ball. Juice, can you use my headphones so I could listen to something? Please, since I gave you my pickle. And you can have those hot Cheetos. Well, I want to listen to like scary stories or something. Please take one for the team.
Like I can have the red?
Yeah. And the hot Cheetos. Well, I'll go get Keanu one myself. So, yes?
Yeah.
Here, done. You want me to do it for you? Bring it over here, done.
I can't get up.
Aw, shit. Here. Trash the hotel. Let's get drunk on a minibus.
Oh, ew.
They're connected.
I'm eating.
Shove them in.
Ow! 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 I do fart.
Trash the hotel. Let's get drunk on a minibus. Hey. Who that? Who that? That do that? Do that. Let us listen to some.
The volume's all the way up, so I can't hear you.
Okay, perfect. I don't want to hear you either. Oh, I totally didn't say that to my son. Totally didn't say that to my son. What's for dinner? We're probably gonna have spaghetti. We had what do we have last night? We had chili cheese dogs last night. And I did make sure to get, we haven't had spaghetti in weeks. So we'll probably have that tonight. Skitty and cone. Why is the Bluetooth turned off? Add a device. Connect.
How about
Bluetooth connected.
Yay! It's ridiculous how much money we spend a month on. For real, that's us. I was looking at my everything this morning and I'm so ashamed. I am so ashamed. I need to work on that. Bad. You guys want to listen to some scary stories? Let's get drunk on a mini bar. I can pay my mortgage instead. We're bad, man. We're really bad.
what?
I'm not talking to you, Juice.
You are.
No, I'm talking to my peeps.
We are.
Juice, what? What? Let us listen to. Gosh. Let me see. I've been watching that Sean Quinn guy. Let me look for his Sean Quinn. Let me look for. My dad's the one who watched him first, and then I was bored one night. I was like, let me see what this guy's about. He has a crap load of subscribers. Let's go to one of his. Let's go to the very beginning. Truth of the Skinwalkers.
going to be the first of my paranormal series. So there's going to be a lot more paranormal investigations, more stories, more talks about my experiences that I've had in the paranormal. So this first subject that we're going to cover is the Anagloshi,
Hi, Darla.
or best known as by everybody around the world as Skinwalker.
Hope your day's going well. It's going good. After he says he won't hear you because his volume is turned all the way up. You okay? You guys are getting me now, right? I'm not exaggerating.
And welcome.
Why was your day bad, Juice?
I fell at school.
And how did you fall? What caused you to fall? Where was it at? How many people were around?
Jumped my friend. He literally threw Kiki into the feet, like that.
Uh-huh.
And then she hit me to do it. And I jumped and I fell on the ground.
And it was your friend that kicked you? And what's her name?
Her.
Him. What's his name?
Him.
It. What's its name?
It.
And you fell? Was there a lot of people?
Wait, I can't hear you.
Bruh. Ew, Juice.
Excuse me. Bro, you act like you never burned. You act like you never farted before in your lifetime. And then you go like, I don't fart in my life. I'm like,
Well, not on my live. Not on my live, I don't.
Remember that one time you're doing a video and then you tell me you farted or something, you played it off, or like you farted on your live and played it off.
Yeah, I don't do it on purpose, though. Okay, hurry up. Tell me. Yeah, Juice.
Did you fart, bro?
They know it's not me.
They know it's you.
I don't have
With those beans inside of
you big old butt.
Bro, it's not
Are you gonna tell me your story or not? Because I'm gonna listen to this Yanny story. Okay. Shush.
Another episode of Sean Clen's Shadow Productions. So this one's gonna be a little bit different from my niche, but not really different.
I saw that about the gathering.
So this one's gonna be a different segue into my paranormal side of my channel. So this is gonna be the very first episode I'm gonna be going over, and I have to say, I have seen a lot of misinformation out there about this subject I'm going to be covering. I've been traveling on the YouTubes, the TikToks, the Instagrams, and I've been seeing a lot of videos about how people try to tell stories about skinwalkers.
Here, for example, in this video, we see a skinwalker who was taken on.
He's referring to non-natives.
In fact, skinwalkers are basically wizards who've killed their loved ones.
Now, I know a lot of you out there have heard stories or even claim to have seen a skinwalker in their lives. And I have to say that maybe like 80% of you are wrong. Let me explain. So, I know a lot of word has been spread across the United States, across all Turtle Island, and even the world about skinwalkers and the lores and the legends of it. And I've seen a lot of YouTube videos. They get some things right here and there, but I notice that they miss a lot of stuff. And, I honestly don't blame them. It's a hot topic. They're not from these lands, and so they do their best to get what they can from Google and do the research online. And so I'm here to set the story straight.
Shorty.
Now, I know on our previous channel, Unearthing the Supernatural, we've kind of covered this subject a lot. But here I'm going to do it officially on my channel.
Uh-oh, what happened?
If you've ever accidentally deleted files, then you need to see this. So something that a lot of people...
So, where does the skinwalker come from? Where does the Anagloshi come from? Where do they hail? Where do they live? Man, might even know what they eat. Just kidding. But skinwalkers and Yanagloshis originate from the Navajo Nation. Hundreds of years ago, medicinal people used to go to our four sacred mountains that border the Navajo Nation. 2 in Colorado, 1 in Arizona, and 1 in New Mexico. Now, these medicinal people would have to traverse the land very quickly to be able to do this ceremony within a couple days. So, The spiritual people taught these medicinal men how to shapeshift, how to turn into animals, how to turn into deer, how to turn into coyotes, how to turn into hawks. And so they use this power to be able to traverse the land for good, to do really good medicinal ceremonies, to be able to help patients. And in that old sacred way, they used to do this. But to be able to learn how to shapeshift was a very, very, very hard task and was not easy to do. So what people used to have to do, they used to spend years of their life learning the songs, going through ceremonies to be able to learn how to shapeshift into these animals. Now, there's a lot of people that were out there who are like, man, this is taking too long. I can't do this. I can't stick with this. Now, that happened. Evil and darkness heard their voice as well, heard their prayers, searching for an easier way to do this. Darkness and evil said, come here. I know how to make you shapeshift real easy. But you have to do to be able to obtain this power. So some people are just like, well, what do you have to do? There's certain steps and ceremonies you have to do to be able to learn how to shapeshift the way we do. First off, you have to sacrifice a loved one, an immediate loved one, whether that be your lover, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, or your child, or your grandparents.
Who would I
Somebody that you
sacrifice?
love and hold
Just kidding.
close and dear to your heart. Have to take them out into the reservation, into the darkness, and you would have to sacrifice them to be able to first step into obtain this power. Now I know this is really dark, this is really gruesome, but this is the truth of how Yanaglow she's going to be. So there's some other steps that you have to take that I'm not going to actually disclose to you because a lot of that very gruesome. I'm not going to go into detail because a lot of it we're going to keep sacred here. But once you complete all these tasks, you're able
Your
to
blanket?
shift into evil and darkness. Now, a lot of things that everyone seems to forget is where these skinwalkers come from. The Navajo Nation itself holds a lot of sacred power within its borders, and a lot of songs and ceremonies that tie into the mountains, the land, the sky, and its geological point where it's at. So a lot of times, if you were to be a skinwalker, you draw power from the natural landscape that you're at. Now, am I saying that there couldn't be a possibility of a skinwalker leaving the Navajo Nation? No. If they're really pretty high skilled enough to be able to leave the
turn the
Navajo
Bluetooth
Nation,
off.
say go to the East Coast or learn how to shapeshift over there, use the mountain terrain over there and everything. Yes, it's possible, but very, very unlikely. So what are some of the traits of a skinwalker? What are the things they can and cannot do? Can they turn into an elephant? Yeah, maybe, but they have to go and hunt and kill an elephant, wear its skin, and do the whole ceremony. Yes, they can turn into animals, they can shapeshift into anything, almost anything really. But they would have to be able to kill the animal, skin it, mark it up with its markings and designs, put it through its own ceremonies and rituals
Close the
to
door.
be able to prep it to be able to be worn and shapeshift into. Now, I've seen a lot of videos of people out there saying like their dog, looks weird, or there's, all these other things like a poodle or something small. To be honest, Skinwalker is not going to skin a poodle, put it on its back, and be able to shapeshift into it. It's possible, but it's going to be very hard to be able to shrink down to that size. Typically, the coyote, the buck, the wolf are the main skins that were readily available in the Navajo nations. So there's also the bear, the mountain lion as
Don't
well.
choose a
Those are
small
sacred animals,
animal.
and a lot of
Just kidding.
times, those themselves could not be changed into the darkness. So you rarely see those being able to be used in skinwalker regalia or outfit. Coyotes and bucks and deer were mainly the skins used because there were plenty of those in the Navajo Nation. For those of you out there who have seen videos of people hearing their voices being mimicked in the distance, yes, that is a true thing that actually happens. Another tactic that the skinwalkers like to use is dog whistles. So for those of you out there that don't know, the Navajo Nation is a very rural area. Homes are very spread out. Your nearest neighbor is a mile to a half mile away. So you're kind of out there by yourself. And typically in the Navajo Nation homestead, you'll always have dogs, either sheep herding dogs or protection dogs. And dogs are very attuned to when darkness comes around. They're the protectors of the home. So late at night, when you're by yourself in your hogan, there's no one around, and your dogs start barking in the middle of the night.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Then they stop, like wondering, like, why did my dog stop barking? One tool that these skinwalkers use is dog whistles. They use these whistles, or bone whistles, more specifically. They use these whistles to be able to hush up the dogs, to be able to sneak in close to the home. And then they put these powders, they do these songs and these ceremonies to be able to put your animals and protectors to sleep. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone out there in the Navajo Nation knows, and if you're watching this, I'm sure you have stories. Being home late at night, sleeping, and then you hear footsteps on your roof. You hear rattles. You hear growls. You hear scratching on your door. For those of you out there,
Scary.
if you were to go to the Navajo Nation, I'm pretty sure about 90% of everybody on the Navajo Nation has experienced a Yanagloshi in their life. So, what are some of the weapons that the Skinwalker uses? A Skinwalker typically uses natural-based elements weapons. So, a Skinwalker is typically known as a grave robber or a Navajo witch, but there's a lot more to it. So typically a lot of the weapons are based off of natural elements. They're grave robbers. They go to the cemeteries, they dig up bodies, they grab the bones, and if they're still decaying, sometimes they use the flesh. A lot of the flesh from the human bones and body can be used as poisons to be able to bring sickness onto the people. So they make bone knives, bone darts. They grind up the bones after they collect them to make this powder. And it said that these Yanagloshis can paralyze you. Another one of their powers that they have. They can come up to you and paralyze you, and you can't do anything about it. And they grab that ground up bone powder and they blow it in your face. And if you don't get a ceremony soon, that is a curse that is put upon you, and you will die. Very, very powerful. So everybody out there, be sure to watch out. So what other abilities do that skinwalkers have? Other than paralyzing you, they have incredible speed. There's a lot of reports on the reservation of people driving on dirt roads going 50 to 75 miles an hour, or even 100 depending on what kind of road you're on. Not a lot of cops out there. But while these people are driving in the middle of the night coming back home from work and hauling wood, there were reports and signs of people running alongside their vehicles in the middle of the night. And the only thing that can run that fast and out there is the Anagloshi. So who am I to talk about skinwalkers? Who am I to say what is and what isn't about a skinwalker? I know what a skinwalker is because we've dealt with them for many years. I've even had distant family relatives put on the skins becoming Yanagloshi. Couple ceremonies, we went out to families' homesteads to get rid of items of dead past relatives. And inside those items were Yanagloshi regalia, skins, antlers, weapons, bone knives, bones itself, inside their belongings. So I know what skinwalkers can do to a person. Now I know you're not supposed to go out and talk about Yanagloshis or speak about Yanagloshis, but unless you know how to handle them. So I've had a lot of encounters with skinwalkers growing up. From a little kid staying out at my great grandmother's house to hearing them in the middle of the nights running out on a roof, knocking on the door, and copying our family members' voices from the outside to help draw us out. Now, these beings are very, very powerful to the normal person. But if you have knowledge to be able to defend yourself against these monsters, you'll be all right. One of the biggest tools that these skinwalkers have against you is fear itself. Fear is their biggest tool that they have to be able to paralyze you, to gain control of you. And I know, middle of the night, you're by yourself on the reservation, and out there in the darkness, you see a figure stand up. You see a coyote stand up on its 2 feet. I know it's very terrifying. You got to be a very special person to not be terrified of that. But there's a lot of protections that you can use to be able to protect yourself in your home. Ash is one of the big things that you can use from a fire after you pray with it, after you put cedar down, to put on yourself and around your home as well. There's a lot of ceremonial objects that a lot of indigenous people have that they use in ceremonies that can be used to protect yourself in your home. Utilize these paraphernalia, utilize your jish to be able to protect yourself and your families out there.
Wait, if you've taken Uber since 2019,
Oh, come on.
this is the money glitch that's getting women properly compensated.
So, for everyone out there, if you see a TikTok video or a YouTube video about people talking about skinwalkers outside of the Navajo Nation, take it with a grain of salt. It's more than likely it's similar to a skinwalker. It may be a shapeshifter. It may be, who knows, it might be a doppelganger out there, or even another spiritual being out there that can mimic voices. But if you see your poodle doing something weird and you live, all the way in Florida, New York, or Washington, D.C.,
Oh, but not
probably
white
skinwalker.
people.
It's
White
probably your
people.
dog just being weird. Now, I know this video isn't going to stop everybody from making false claims about what skinwalkers actually are, Yanagloshi's. But maybe you'll be able to use this video to bring some light into your eyes and to be a little bit more skeptical about things that you see on the internet. A lot of times I've just had enough, seeing too many TikTok videos, too many YouTube videos about people claiming to see skinwalkers or know the history when they actually never lived, when they've never actually been to our nation, when they've never actually heard the stories from our own people. They just did a quick Google search. So everyone out there, be safe. Here's a quick story of Yanagloshi, and there's going to be more stories, more adventures on my paranormal journey. This is Sean Klin from Sean Klin Shadow Productions signing off. Go on, everybody. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Aho, and I'll go on it.
Eee. Spooky. It was on the news this morning. Last year. I saw that. What are your thoughts on that? I kind of low key think a lot of people were giving that guy a lot of crap, and he just got tired of it, and he's just giving it up. Or I don't know. I don't know. What grade are you? Juice is in 6th grade. Keanu's in 8th grade. Bella's in 8th grade. A 4th and a 10th grader. Do you and your boys go to church? No, well, they do when they go home to the res. They go with their grandma. But typically, out here, no, we haven't. I haven't taken them. I need to. Oh, gee, the new palette looks beautiful. Yeah, they're on pre-order right now. They are on pre-order right now. Dressing hotel. Let's get drunk on a minute more. Do, 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 do. They're going to be they're going to be here very, very soon. And if you pre-order, that guarantees your spot or your pallet. I will send them out as soon as I get them. Let's get drunk on a mingle. That stupid song's in my head. Why is it not showing the chats? Any new life updates? Hey. Nothing important. I tell my grandkids that the amount of times they want a Monster or Coke, I say no. They easily had a few days holiday worth value of drinks.
You get some drinks.
Hey.
What kind you want? That's pepper?
Where are you going to?
Maybe Walgreens. Yeah. There's tea in there too. Green tea.
There's a tea in the freezer. It's called it's like a lemon tea. It's usually like 2 for $4. I think it's by Gold. No, it's like by Gold Peak or something like that. Or it says lemon on there, pretty big. I feel bad saying um I feel bad saying those sugar drinks, but I just think it's awful for their health. Yeah, it is. But where sugar is. That looks really difficult. You have very good fine motor skills. Just think I'm not gonna have this for long. You know what I mean? Like the years go by quick, they say. Pretty soon, if I'm lucky, I'll be a old lady. I'm 54. I do have a sale here in the Phoenix area this weekend. Ah, it's getting too short. Let's get drunk on a mini bar. First time on this live. Is this like a hobby or a side gig? Definitely should start selling them. That looks amazing. Hi, Shirley. This is a hobby that turned into a part of my small business. My small business is mainly I sell cosmetics. I have my own brand. And as of right now, we are the only Apache owned cosmetic brand in the entire world. So that says a lot. I sell mainly cosmetics. I incorporated the earrings, but I took some time off of beading. I just wasn't. I kind of go from beading to sewing. So I got into sewing there for a minute, and I started sewing. But I was recently, my son and me, my son Juice, he is in 6th grade. He started making bracelets, and one of our viewers here on YouTube sent us a package. Mainly it was for Juice, but there was some stuff in there that was like for beading earrings, and she passed it on, so I kind of got inspired to start beading again, and that's what made me go and buy that tool to make the fringe earrings as well. And yeah, that's so I sew, and sometimes I bead earrings, not all the time. I need to be a little bit more better about having some beaded items on my table, like how I used to. So that's what I'm trying to do, is kind of build a little inventory. But I make ribbon skirts. I make 3-tier skirts, which a lot of my Navajo customers buy. I make Apache camp dresses, which is a traditional dress that my people, the ladies of my tribe, wear. And then I make ribbon shirts for the boys and men that come by my booth. I also make wallets and hair scrunchies. And then I'm gonna try my best to keep beaded stuff, like a couple of, at least a few pairs on my table. And then I mainly sell the cosmetics, so. I think you will find many people you may notice this want to buy stuff from small businesses, support them. Thank you. Yeah, I'm live. Live in the flesh. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's supposed to be 10. Oh, well. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. What are you up to, Larry? What to listen to? I don't know if Keanu's gonna come home today or not. He is trying. I don't know if he made the team or not for wrestling. Crash in the hotel. Let's get drunk in a minibar. I don't know how businesses work. I don't know how easy it is, but have you tried doing this sort of stuff in public town centers? Maybe people coming past, especially kids, will want to buy some. I usually do like native art markets. I tried to, at least. Go where? Dollar General? What's over there? If I can find one, they're kind of rare around here. You mean the one with the yellow sign? Like the one that's in Globe?
Yeah.
There's a Family Dollar, a Dollar General, and a Dollar Tree.
General?
Yeah. Ooh, I think there's one on the east side. I have to go pick up something for my auntie. So we'll go then later, okay?
I still have 15.
Oh, I thought you told me in your sleep last night that you wanted to give it to me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's the word. Definitely try doing more of them too. Yeah, they can get expensive. You gotta pay for fees and it's hit or miss. It's a gamble. Okay, Juice.
Say
Question Hotel. Let's get drunk in the minibar. That one day I was telling Juice. I was like, dang, I was like, I feel like drinking. I was like, I'm gonna start drinking again. Juice, no. I was, I'm gonna go out and have fun. Juice, no. I was, I'm gonna get drunk. Start getting drunk again. He's like, no, don't. I said, why? Your dad gets to drink. How come I can't drink juice? It's not getting all sad. I was, I'm just kidding. Is it my 8th year? My 8th year of sobriety is coming up. Capybara. Go out and let loose. I remember many people won't just buy only because of the product, but your own personality definitely saw your positive energy. You will get a lot more people.
when's the next sale? I want to make some money.
This Friday and Saturday is my next sale, Juice.
Time on Friday.
In the evening.
Will I be back?
Yeah.
Can I come
Yep. Yep. Juice said he wants to make some money. What are you gonna do with your money? Like what? That makes sense. Why is it so hot in here? Is it hot outside, Juice? Oh, it said just issued a heat warning. Oh no. Excessive heat warning. Trash the hotel. Let's get drunk in the middle. Do, 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 do. Cough is contagious and yawning now. I'm having the coughs. Was I coughing? I don't even remember. I have a dry throat. I wonder if it's because of my medication. I never really looked at the side effects. Speaking of which, did I even take my medicine? I want to say I did. What's today, Monday? I think I took it yesterday. I hope it's right. There's this one song I can sing over and over. The Backstreet Boys, Tell Me What. I saw that they were on in Vegas.
Oh,
You're cold? The heck?
cool.
Capybara. Capybara, capybara, capybara. Asking for a friend, are they still performing in Vegas? That's another excuse to visit a new US state for the holiday. I don't know. I think so. Last I heard they were, but it was only because I seen like TikToks of it. Hi Belinda, glad you went live. Now I won't be bored at work. What do you do for work, Belinda?
Wait.
I'm getting hungry. What? We can tell. That's what Juice always says every time I talk about I'm hungry or I want something. We can tell. You're mean to me. Only visited 3 US states so far. Are you from the US? Trust me. Oh man, that stupid song's in my head. Why the hell is that song in my head? Maybe because somebody, the UK. Oh wow. I would today, but whoo, I don't know if I can sit on a plane that long. I was from Canada but moved to the UK in 2005. Is the cost of living expensive there? I always hear anywhere but the US. And, ah, okay, juice. Work with facilities, 2 towers here in Vegas. I'm the only female. I don't know what that is. So is it a man's job? Like a blue collar job? How have you been, Belinda? Yay! Maintenance. Oh, don't get me started. Not just that, but the government and everything. I'm planning on going and living back in Canada sometime this year, not or next. So it's high there, I take it. I see TikTok videos where these people just up and leave. Like I mean, they do it in a smart way, but they're just like tired of the US and they just up and leave and move to a different country. And then they show like the cost of living and how much less expensive it is there. And like, it's so crazy. Them greedy Americans. I'm doing good, just home and casino. When I look at you, can't believe it. I'm beating. When I look at you, I can't believe it. True. You're all I ever think. Or what is it? Dreamed of? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. High-end. So maybe I'll do 12. Oh, why am I way over there? Just home in the casino. Luckily, I have my own house. Just a 1-story house, but it was way easier to get a mortgage 20 years ago. You would laugh if I told you how much the house was 20 years ago compared to now. Would not have afforded it in this day and age. Man, we need a bigger place. Juice said he wants his own room. You're bored.
Power off.
Whoops. Sorry about that. Free capybara. What? I can't believe it's you all I ever think of. You're all I ever dreamed of. When I look at you. The house 20 years ago was 70. Now, dang. I wonder how much that is in American dollars. Let me look it up. I'm curious. 70 pounds. Is it pounds? Seven zero zero. So about 94,000 in US, about 95, I guess. And then now it is 200,000. So 270. You know what? That's cheaper than here. And that's like, is that a good decent home? Man, here and I live in Arizona and the market in the Phoenix metro area. Oh my gosh. That is there a house eat like it's crazy. I don't crazy. I need to get into real estate. I thought about going into real estate once upon a time. When I look at you, I can't believe it's true. You're all I ever dreamed of. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho. Mhm. When I look, that's why I'm never moving to the USA. Cannot afford to live there. Canada's. I want to go to Canada one day. In the apartments in New York, I know. Yeah, I could never. New York. I always wonder how the hell people are able to live in New York. Like in the movies and stuff, they make it look so glamorous yet doable, you know? I've never been to New York. It's higher wages, but surely still not high enough to live. Yeah, it seems like a lot. You're all I ever dreamed of. These earrings are up for grabs if anybody would like them. When is the Gathering of Nations? In April. It's April 20 something. It's always on a weekend. Like the third or fourth weekend. I don't know. Went to New York in 2018 in December. Was lovely with all the festivities. Felt like Christmas. That's what I want to go, was like during Christmas time. I want to go spend the night in the house that they made Home Alone. I don't know where that house is. I don't know if it's I don't know where they lived, honestly. But wherever that house is at, they have it as an Airbnb now. And you could go stay in there. And it's the exact same way as when when they made that movie. I want to go stay in that house. Can you believe the Gathering of Nations? I've never been to the Gathering of Nations. I've seen Desiree from TikTok. The I don't know how to say her last name. Desnomini, but she's from Canada. And anyway, I see her video where she's all like, or no, she posted a post on Facebook. She was like, "I want to run for Miss Indian World in 2026. So if I win, I'll be the what did she say? The last and only, the longest reigning Miss Indian World." It was funny. Definitely worth it in December. No way is there a B&B in the actual. Yeah, it's the actual home. I want to go there, and then I want to go to the Jersey Shore house too. They rent theirs out. I think they do a tour. I don't know if they rent it out. I want to say they do. They do rent it out. I thought it was someone's actual house. I think it is, but they rent it out. I don't know. Whoever the owner is, they rented out the Home Alone mansion. When I look at you, I can't believe it's true. You're all I ever dreamed of. Somebody is sleeping. He go to sleep. Juice went to sleep. That boy was up. I woke up. Man, that boy is sneaky. Me starts talking shit just because Juice went to sleep. All scared of him. I'm surprised he was in a good mood because this morning, man, I was tired last night. And I went to sleep early. After I ate, I just conked out. And Juice, I told him, go to sleep, go to sleep. I kept getting after them because they were making all this noise. They were making all this noise. And eventually I looked over, it got quiet. So I was like, oh, okay, everybody's sleeping. So I fell back asleep. And then I just happened to wake up like around 3 this morning. And who was coming in here? Sneaking to bed? Juice. I said, are you barely going to sleep? He's like, yeah. I said, man, Juice. I got all mad at him. So that's why he fell asleep right now. I need to wake him up like in about, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes so he doesn't sleep too long. Otherwise, he's going to do the same thing again tonight. Check regularly for the best deal of flights. If you have kids, try and see them go during school time. It's way cheaper. But December is the best time to go. One of the movies I liked growing up was watching Serendipity. I never watched it until my baby daddy showed me that movie because he had a thing bad for Kate Beckinsale, and I watched that movie once. Oh, John Cusack. Oh my god. Anyway, I don't know if they have that store still open. I know there was an actual store called Serendipity. I think it's still open. That's where I would love to go. Yep, kids are sneaky. Juice is sneaky. Sneaky boy. I guess he's like that too, like when he goes to his dad's, like when he's at his grandma's. I guess his dad told him, "You're just like your mom, you're a bat." Because I'm always up late, staying up all night. I woke up at 6 to my husband snoring, and I have hardly much room in the bed as it's not a big bedroom. Sometimes I'm tempted to sleep in the room for a large space. Oh no! My needle came out. Or my thread came out, I should say. I don't like this thread. Kind of like shrivels or my eldest, who is now 36, is such a rascal up until 20. I think she got that from me. Oh. This hole is just real small too. Did I get it? Okay. Why is it so hot in here? When I would see my son still awake and he would say, "What? I was asleep, but I need a snack." Or say he's thirsty, but I knew he was still awake. Yep, that was juice. Busted him this morning. I said, "You better go to school. You better not say you're tired." I'm mad at him. He's like, I will. He made it. Made it on time. It's a bad habit though. I don't want him to be that way. Because I've always been a night hawk. Yeah. And I don't want him to be like that. So I gotta wake him up probably at 5. I'll wake him up. And I'll slip him a little bit of melatonin later. Got a 32, 36-year-old daughter, 3 grandkids, a 14-year-old grandson, 8-year-old granddaughter, and 3-year-old grandson. Man, I wonder how it's gonna be when my kids have kids.
Kit Kat got strawberry ice cream.
Okay.
2 teas in there. Juice, there's chocolate bar in there for you. Pick one you want.
Okay.
Gatorade, juice, there's
4,
Gatorade in there.
5, 6, 7, 8,
Just Pepsi in there.
9. Okay.
Big juice.
When I look at you, I can't believe it's true. Smells like onions. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because you're hot. Ew. It feels like they are your own kids, and I forget sometimes that my grandkids are actually my children's biological kids and not mine. I heard like it's just different. Like like in a way you love them more than you love your kids, or you treat them differently than how you treat your own kids. Um, I'm the same way. 3 days I work nights, and 2 days I work morning shifts. On my night shift, I cannot sleep. I usually go to sleep at 3. Yeah, luckily I've been man during like June and half of July I was bad. But now I'm kind of like okay. I woke up at a decent time this morning. I really gotta wake up Juice though at 5. He said he wants to go to Dollar General. I have no idea why, but he wants to go to Dollar General. Keanu is probably at practice, I'm guessing. I haven't seen Bella come in yet. For me, it's different. I treat the same Raise my own kids. Tell them all not to have too much silver. Price for the earrings. Do you want a classic post or do you want the fingernail post? Speaking of family, I remember I had only one pregnancy craving, and that was for my first child. I will eat hot chili peppers, and I would have a high spice. That's how I was with juice. After birth, I couldn't tolerate a bite of chili pepper. So with my first son, I ate really, really, really healthy. Like I literally hardly gained any weight. It was probably like the only weight that was gained was the baby, and I was just nobody knew I was pregnant. Nobody knew I was pregnant. Nobody could tell. Like probably until like my last month is finally when you could tell I had a stomach. Um, but like from the back, you wouldn't even know. I was pregnant. With County, I ate really, really healthy. But with juice, I was just like I craved a lot of Mexican food with juice. I went to Filiberto's a lot and had a lot of Arizona burritos with some hot, 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 hot sauce. Um, I ate a lot of those, and then we ate a lot of Mexican food. Now that's all he eats. Chili. And with juice, I didn't same thing. I didn't really gain a whole lot of weight. It was just the baby that gained weight. But it was after I had my kids. Probably a couple of years after is when I really started like I think of a lot of it had to do with like depression. Depression, um PTSD. But I was looking at pictures recently and I was like, dang, I cannot believe I was so skinny here. I thought I was like really, really big. You're all I ever dreamed of. What juice was it? Oh no, Juice is my son. That's his name, Juice. That's his nickname. 4, 8, 9. JJ, did you mention which you wanted for the backings? Um, These are available, Darla. You should said your last month, 18 months pregnant, and the next day say I had a baby. It's 8 months early. I definitely can relate to that. What's depression cause? No, just a lot of trauma growing up. Lots of trauma. Your hormones. Man, over the weekend I accidentally deleted all of my YouTube videos that I ever made. Videos from my kids' birth, photos from when they were born till now. So just to give you an idea how much YouTube videos I lost over the weekend. I have 770 videos. That is not including the ones that I took off of YouTube. Plus my children's videos when I had them, I made sure to document that. Also, all the little home videos of them, all my TikTok videos, all of our photos with my supporters, vlogs, scary stories, everything. I saved everything, and over the weekend I accidentally deleted everything, and I was so upset. I stayed up for 21 hours. That's why I was saying I had a rough weekend. I stayed up for 21 hours trying to figure out how to recover this lost data. And I had the biggest headache in the world. I was so sad. I was so tired. But I was like, there has to be a way. There has to be a way. I was calling around to these data recovery specialists, and they quoted me, and there was no guarantee. Anywhere from 500 to, but the more data you have, the expensive it gets, to 2K, 2,000. I was like, oh my God, I felt so stupid, and I was beating myself up. I was like, I was so mad at myself. Anyway, I was able to recover most of it. So I stayed up Saturday for 21 hours, figured it out, too tired to go on, fell asleep, woke up, and went straight to the store to get more storage. And I figured it out, but I had to re-download everything and put it onto another external device, and took a long time. And then I had another headache. So to recover all of my stuff, plus finally getting it transferred over successfully, I think I recovered about 96% of my stuff. I probably spent about a good 32 hours out of the 48 hours. And anyway, I was going through the footage because I was trying to find my videos where I had of my kids when they were born, and I found them, and I was like watching them, and I was just like, dang, I was all skinny. I was all skinny. But anyway, that was my weekend. Not to mention, before that happened, I had to go to the ER because I fell asleep Friday evening early, like around 5 or 6 in the evening. I woke up around midnight, and when I woke up, I felt something like crawling in my ear. I could hear it. It's really loud, and I could feel something crawling in my ear. And in my dream, right before I woke up, in my dream, I was dreaming that something was in my ear, and it was a spider. So when I woke up, I was like, okay, it's just a dream, and then I felt it again in real life, and I was like, oh hell no, there's something in my ear. So I was like freaking out. So I went and grabbed peroxide, and I had juice dump it in my ear for me. And usually from the videos I've seen where people have done it, like the spider will crawl out, and nothing happened. So I was like, am I just tripping out or what? So I waited for a while, and then I cleared out my ear, and then I took all the liquid out, and then I told Juice, because Juice was the only one awake. Juice and my dad were the only one awake, because me and Juice fell asleep early that night, and this was probably like around midnight. So I told Juice, can you look at my ear? And he was like, I don't see nothing. He's like, I don't see nothing in your ear. And I was like, there was something. And then I felt it again. I felt like something was crawling in my ear again. And I was like, there's something there's got to be something in my ear. So then my dad came, and I was like, Dad, can you look in my ear? And he was like, I lost my glasses. I can't even see. And I was like, oh my God, I was so stressed out. I was like, I have to go to the doctor. I'm not gonna sleep. Like, this is gonna keep bugging me. Like, let's go. So me and Juice, being the only two that we were awake, we went and we went to the hospital. And the one we usually go to is far from here. So I was like, let's just go to the Phoenix hospital. So we went over there, and luckily there was nobody there in the waiting room, which is freaking rare. So they took me in right away, and the nurse was like, there's nothing in your ear. Your ear is really clean. And I was like, okay. But I was like, well, that's enough for me. Maybe I should just go home. But then I'm glad she was like, okay, we're giving you a room. Let's go to your room. So I was in the ER. And then the doctor came in, and he was like, what happened? And I told him, I was like, never ever in my life have I felt this feeling of something crawling in my ear. There's something in my ear. I can feel it. I can tell. I just have this. And he was all cringy. He was like, ooh. He's like, you would not believe all the stuff I pulled out of ears, or like flushed out of ears. And he's like, let me take a look. And he looked, and he goes, yeah, there's something in there. And I was like, what is it? I was so grossed out. I made a video. It's on my TikTok. I was like, what is it? I was like, tell me. I was like, it's so fucking gross. I was so grossed out. And he's like, I don't know. I can't tell. He's it's white. He's it kind of looks like a he's out. It's white and flat, but it's like a bug. And I was like, he's like, hold on. So then he went out there and then he came back in. And I think I was like probably one of like 2 or 3 patients that were there. So they must have been really bored. Or it must have been a really slow night because everybody in there knew what was going on. They knew I had a damn something in my ear, and they were all waiting to see what it was. And then he comes back in and says, "We got to put the liquid lidocaine in your ear." So I was like, "Okay." So 10 minutes go by. He's like, "Okay, let's flush it out." So I sat up and I was like, "This is so fucking gross." I was so embarrassed. I was like, "This is so embarrassing." And then all the workers know that you have an insect or something in your ear and they want to know, and everybody's taking bets. So I was like, "Okay." And he flushed it out and it came out and it was a little small spider. It was probably like let me see. It was probably like that small. And it had little small legs. It was probably smaller than that. No, it was smaller. It was probably about like that. That's exaggerating. It was tiny. And I was like, "That's so gross." I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I almost went home because I stopped feeling it crawling. So I was like, maybe I'm just tripping myself out. Maybe it's just wax because I was looking it up and people were saying like if you have a lot of wax buildup, it feels like a crawling sensation. So I was like, maybe it was just wax. But I'm so glad that we stayed and yeah, it was a little tiny spider. Um and then he was like, it doesn't he's like, it doesn't look like a venomous spider, but even if it was, he's like, it's too little to even do anything. He's like, I don't see, and he was looking to see if there was like any bite marks or anything in my ear. He's like, I don't see any bite marks or anything. He's like, but if it was, which I doubt it, if it did bite you, then it was too small to even do anything to you. Basically, I'm a big bitch, and that little venom would not do anything to me. So I was like, okay. I was like, I don't need any antibiotics or anything. He's like, no, you're good. And I was like, okay. So then I came home. By the time we got home, it was like 4 o'clock, maybe like 3:45, 4, probably about 4. And then that's when I was trying to transfer over some data to my external hard drive, and that's when I was like, how come I'm not seeing none of my files? And then that's when I realized I accidentally deleted everything, and I was like, crap. So then I stayed up that whole time. So my weekend was chaotic. So that was my weekend. I had a spider in my ear. But if you guys have TikTok, go follow me. What would Kitty do? And go check out my video. All right. Let's see. Hi, Cheryl. It has been a while. I'm really kind of tired. I'm getting lazy. Must have been hectic. I'm glad you got some back. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's why I was fishing for mainly those videos, and I found them, and I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, it's it's important to me to have videos of my kids and photos of my kids because when I was small, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on here. When I was small, I remember I was probably about 8 or 9, probably like no, probably like 5 or 6. I remember I don't know how I think I was curious, like, to see pictures of myself when I was little. I don't know how. Maybe watching a movie or something inspired that. But I remember specifically asking both of my parents, "Where are my baby pictures? I want to see my baby pictures." And I remember them. They were like, I don't know, like it's somewhere up here, you know? And I was like, I want to see them. And they kept like, now that I look back at it, they kept trying to dodge it. And they didn't want to admit it, that they didn't have no photos of me. But I kind of knew, and I started crying, and I started throwing a fit. And I was so sad and I was so hurt. And I remember feeling like everybody that all my cousins, all my friends, they have pictures of themselves, you know? How come I don't have none? Like, am I not important to you guys, you know? Like, and I remember I was crying. I remember cried myself to sleep that night. And I remember my mom and dad trying to act like they were trying to find it, and there was none. There was no photo album. And I remember that feeling, and I knew when I was gonna become a parent that I was gonna have all the videos and all the pictures of them, and they were never gonna feel how I felt, and they were always gonna have something to look back on. And so when all of those deleted this weekend, I cried. I was like, "You're so stupid, Kitty. Why did you do that? Why did you do that?" I even missed my nephew's dinner. He's going to school at NAU, and his mom threw a dinner for him, and she was like, "Are you coming? Are you coming?" And before I was like, "Yeah, I am," but then I told her, I was like, "I can't. Like, I'm going crazy trying to figure out a way how to get all this back," and she understood. But yeah, that's how important it was for me to find all of that footage because of my kids. And I'm glad that I was able to recover most of it. So, we were talking about pregnancy earlier, and that's how that came about. What time is it in the UK, Shirley? I didn't realize there was two spider people. Is there a spider woman now? I think she just means like, because I'm a lady. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, dang. That was crazy. Oh, I had a crazy weekend. Okay, I'm gonna cut this one off because it's too short. Let's see. I'm gonna put Bella! I don't know if Bella's here. She should be. I wonder if Keanu's at practice. Did Keanu get on the bus or no? Do you know what time his practice ends? 6. Okay. It was Bella's birthday on Friday. She's 14 years old. Bella is 14 years old, guys. I'm peeling and cutting up potatoes. Gonna make potatoes and ground beef. That's like one of my favorite meals. I will never get tired of that. I love potatoes and ground beef with lots of onions and seasonings and some yellow hot chilies. Ugh, so good. It's probably one of my favorites. That and gravy. Anything with gravy. Let's get drunk in the middle. I guess County went to practice. Man, that boy never tells me nothing. It amazes me how much energy that boy has. Yes. Oh, so stressful. This string is. It kind of like it's hard to put into this little tiny hole, and then it kind of comes apart. Phrase, I guess, is that the word? Phrase. Okay, it's almost 5. I need to wake up Juice. We gotta go pick up something, and we gotta pick up Keanu. So tomorrow, for sure, tomorrow I'll have a video out tomorrow here on YouTube. Tomorrow there will be a video, and it will be a scary stories video. So make sure you guys watch it and like it. And if you guys have any scary stories, email them in. I will put my email right here. Not hashtag. What? And then these are available too if anybody wants to purchase them. I'm gonna add one more row. Pretty sure yeah, I should have enough to add some banding. I'll probably add gold because I have a gold banding. And then I need to edge them. So they're gonna look pretty. I like them. You know what I found? I'm not really a flat stitch earring girly like this. I'm more of a dangly fringe earring girly. Like where it hangs. I like it when it hangs. Okay, peeps. I'll catch you on the flip side. Remember when they used to say that in the 90s? You guys have a good rest of your evening. Tonight is spaghetti night. And I gotta wake up Juice. Yeah, these are available. And then I have fringes that I made. I finally made my first couple of pairs of fringes. So these are available, Cheryl. Let's see. This one. Yeah. So I have these ones right here. Sapphire blue colors. Then I have this sparkly, it's like a silver color with magenta. And then I have these ones. Turquoise, purple, white. So these are available as well. Let me know what colors I should make. Leave it in the comment. Because I'm new to making the fringes. So these are available as well. Okay, bye.